Well. What to talk about today? I got curious. I was thinking about if I could find folks that go around cleaning up carports and whatnot, and saw one come across my Facebook feed. So I decided to call him. Seemed nice enough. Well, I didn't call him, I texted him. I told him my situation, about where I was at, all like that, and everything, and it takes a while, fixed income, whatnot. He said he'd love to be of service, which I'm sure he would. That's making money. So he had me send him some pictures of the carport, of the situation. I showed him. And he come back and said, well, judging from the pictures, about $300. I told him, I said, all right, I keep that in mind. So it takes us a while to save up for stuff. Now, folks, $300 really ain't a bad price for somebody to come out here, clean up all that junk. Some of y'all have seen my carport. But, yeah, we can't afford that right now, so I'm going to go with my original plan. Eventually, as it warms up, get out here and slowly get it all together and separate it out. And some stuff that I might use as opposed to stuff that I won't use. And what I won't use, get in a pile and then have an estimate done on what it would cost to come pick that up. Because we also don't have a truck to load it in. Then that'd be the cost of dumping it at the dump. Probably $20 to $40 a ton. If it's still that cheap. Because where we at, they love their dump site. I'll just say that. So that's what I'm going to do on that. And so, we ain't got no friends nearby either. And there ain't nobody around here I would ask to call on to help me out with it neither. Because it might not be much cost other than covering dump costs. But boy, those unspoken obligations would be running wild. So that's why I don't do that. Now, Tank, I offered to let you in just a minute ago, and you didn't go in. You decided to stay out here with me. Now you yelping to get in. There you go. Hartfoot, you coming out? That's Miss Hartfoot right there. We call her that because she's got heart shapes all over her. That right there is Swanger. She was the first one of the first litter from Tidbit. And there were 2 litters. And we call her Swanger because Tidbit didn't know what to do because young kitty, first rodeo. The umbilical cord was still attached and Tidbit couldn't figure it out, so she stood up to try to assess the situation. And as she kept turning around to try to see what she could do, Swanger started swinging like a set of swings at an amusement park. And the more Tidbit started turning around, the more she swung out. And she was swinging out upside down, her front little paws sticking out. Folks, it scared us to death, but we was laughing our butts off at the same time. It were funny. And she's been pretty much swinging ever since. And somebody come up in the yard, none of the kitties are Charlie liked too much, and she ran up to that person, jumped, stretched out front paws, grabbed around the calf area, and swung around that leg. I got her shooed off and everything, but inside I was laughing my ever-loving tail off. Yeah, that tells me a whole lot about that person. So, that was funny. Mike's fishing home. Like I told you last night, you're live. Gonna have to give you an A+ on surmising my talks. They do focus on things. Basically, it comes down to a matter of if the shoe fits, wear it. If not, don't sweat it. But I'm glad to know that it does make people think. You know, that's the good thing. Make people think. Once people start thinking, they don't start going by a preset guideline. They start wanting to look into things for themselves. So now, wait a minute, that seems messed up. Or wait a minute, that seems like a better way. Either way it goes, it makes people think. Makes them look into things more. Makes them reflect more. So, your summarization of what my talks are like, A+. You get it. Anyway, wasn't sure what I was going to talk about. I really ain't talked about much of nothing. Just tidbits and odds and ends. Carport. Went looking into that. So I'm still going to do like I was going to do. Do that a little at a time. I will eventually get it. I still got to get that water filtration system put in. I will eventually get it. I just don't look forward to doing it because it means getting down on the floor, doing some things, all like that, and having to lay on my back, get up under and do some things. And Piggy don't do so well at that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down and do the thing in sections, getting it set up to where that when it comes down to the final section, which would be basically hooking everything up, everything else will be done. And all I have to do is suffer getting down there and hooking it all in. But I will get it done eventually. Excuse me. Had a little gas trying to press itself up and out. And I was trying to make it where I didn't put it out there totally unplugged. But yeah, I'll get those things done eventually. We got a couple of things we want to do around that mailbox, straighten that up, where it's been raining all muddy and all that. Make it easier on the mailman. I want to put a little pad out there to the other side of the driveway there to set the trash can on so that it has a designated spot to be. And not that it'll help once the trash guys get done dumping the trash. They'll probably never get it totally off the road and near where I like to keep it. But at least they'll know there'll be a designated spot for it to be. So they'll know. That way, once I do that too, I can call a trash company and say, look, I've got a nice size pad out there where that trash can goes, where I've got it designated to be. They can't seem to get it back on it. The trucks never park far from the trash can when they pull up. So, I mean, it's half a second. But, they're better than most I've seen, though. So I have to give them that. They're pretty good, and they're the cheapest in the area. That's the reason we got them. After we got them, there's others in this neighborhood saw that we had them. Then next thing you know, this area blew up with that company doing the trash out here. Other companies had to move out. You still got some that got the higher price services, but that's a money and stature thing. Why save a little money when I can show off that I've got so much? Hey, you make that much, more power to you. Happy for you, glad for you. Glad I ain't got your headaches. Because I ain't got that kind of money. I ain't got to put on no airs. Of course, if I did have that kind of money, you still wouldn't be able to tell because I wouldn't be putting on no airs. I could be a trillionaire 10 times over. I'm still going to be me. You just ain't going to know I got trillionaire 10 times over. And while that would be nice, man, could you imagine the headaches that would come with having that much money? I don't think I'd want that much money. That's too much headache. Because the amount of people, organizations, agencies, and people who say they're this or say they're that, and every leech around would be trying to hit you up for some money. Piggy don't play that. Unless I like you, I just tell you, you need to get on with your bad self. I don't like you. Go away. And then there would be those that come out the woodwork exclaiming their love and loyalty to you for all these years, and you're like, yeah, who are you? Where you been? I ain't known you since you looked down your nose at me because I was poor. That won't have nothing to do with me then. Why you want to? So the only thing you'd be wanting to do with me now is because I got money. But money ain't a bad thing. It's just a tool. Some earn it, some don't. You put the work in. It don't matter what it is you do, as long as it's legal. You put the work in, you've earned it. I ain't got to get nothing against nobody who's earned what they got. Who earns what they get. Ain't no shame in it. Ain't no shame in making money. Ain't no shame in saying you got money. As long as you're not an arrogant SOB about it. It's just a fact of life. You did the work. You put in hard work. You reap the rewards. Simple as that. No different than somebody who don't work for it. Barely scrapes by all their life. Everything. They're also reaping what they earned. Which is a very poor life, trying to live off of others. Y'all know the types I'm talking about. They don't really want to work. They'll beg, borrow, and steal from everybody around them. Try to make their living. And a poor living at that. And the sad thing is, they work harder and struggle harder doing that than they would if they just went out and got a job or tried to start a business or anything like that in order to make a living. That's what's sad about it. Yeah. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm just out here flapping my jaws, looking around at everything. Heard me an owl a minute ago. Woo, woo. Sitting out there doing that little hoop. Squirrel going across that road down yonder. They don't come across the road here no more. It's either below the yard down there or up from the yard up there. Because they know there's claws and teeth all around this yard. Well, on another note, today is mine and Eileen's anniversary. 8 years, folks. Sometimes it seems like it's just been a blink of an eye. Sometimes it seems like we've been together forever. We've just been through that much stuff. And then sometimes it seems like forever. We have to remind ourselves, well, we only met about 10 years ago. But in that time, we have lived a full life together. Been through lots of things. And she's the first person I ever felt at peace with when I was with her. And still do. And she knew what I was saying when I told her that. She knew I loved her. When we first got together, I said, I ain't never getting married again, man. I've been too much trouble with too many women. It just ain't worth it, Get me a good friend, get a little slide action going on from time to time with that, and just be by myself. I put her through a lot on some things. And the more willing she was to accept certain things, the more I respected her and couldn't be like that. So one day in the truck coming home, when I had that old red Dodge and it was running, we just over the hill over here on this last road before getting to the house. I just up and out of the blue, I said, I'm going to marry you. I didn't ask her. I didn't give her a choice. I just told her, I'm going to marry you. I looked over and a big old smile on her face told me she was acceptable to that. And we went from there. So she has been my angel, my rock, my everything ever since. I might be messed up, but I'd fight you over. I'd do my best to hurt you over. Because she's mine and she'll tell you she's mine. Just like I'm hers and I tell you I'm hers. Messed up as I am, I'd hurt you over best I could. Or like we used to say in the Marine Corps, I'll do or die. I'll hurt you or die trying. Because she's worth every bit. So, this evening we're going to go out to this little Asian place that she likes. We like it. It's a pretty nice little place. And we're going to have us a little anniversary dinner. Go enjoy that. So I'm going to go take me a nap here in a minute. You can get up and get cleaned up. So I'm almost subhuman when we go out. You folks have a good day. Piggy loves you.